So, hey guys, sitting with me today is Haley. She is a breast cancer survivor, and her husband Andrew. So, Haley, I was hoping that you could tell us a little bit about your story and
Yeah.
everything.
Yes. So it was December 2023. I had turned 40 in July, and I was waiting to turn 40. I knew I would get my first mammogram ever. And when I did, I didn't think anything of it. I just thought the results would be fine because I didn't have a lump. I had no symptoms at all, no nothing. There was no pain or anything. So it was just because I turned 40. So imagine to my surprise that they found suspicious calcifications, and then I had to get a biopsy, and then the results were like the best thing that you would ever want, which was DCIS. If you were going to get breast cancer, I had the kind you would want, DCIS.
What does that mean?
That is that the cancer is inside of the milk ducts and it has not come out of the milk ducts. So in that case, you would just get it removed, and then you would not have to have chemo. You would not have to have radiation or anything. You would just have surgery. So I was like, oh, this is, I guess, good,
Right.
bad news. And then I had the I had the double mastectomy, which was a whole decision. That was scary. I wanted a lumpectomy, but then I decided to have a double mastectomy through prayer.
What is that?
A lumpectomy is just having the cancer removed, just a portion of it. And then a double mastectomy or a single mastectomy was another option that I had, to just have the entire breast removed, all of the breast tissue completely removed. But I decided to just do a double because my mom had breast cancer. She actually died of breast cancer. She had a lumpectomy, and then my aunt had breast cancer, and it kept coming back in her breast, and she kept getting lumpectomies. So she finally ended up with a double, and then she's actually living now.
Oh,
She had breast cancer when she was 34. She's like 71 or 2 now. Yeah,
right.
she's an inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, after I had the double mastectomy, they found 2 tumors that were not DCIS. So it was invasive ductal carcinoma, and it was specifically triple positive breast cancer. Yeah. So how they describe that is that the cells have little antennas. I'll never forget the doctor telling me it was more aggressive than having her negative. And so I had her positive, or I had. I like saying had. I had.
Yeah.
Okay. So another gut punch after the double mastectomy, when we're dealing with the tubes and the drains and all that, we get the results. And I wanted clear margins. I was praying for clear margins because if you don't have clear margins, then they want to go in and like
Take more out.
which I don't know how they were going to take more out. I had just had a double
Right.
mastectomy, but I think skin or something. It could be like on the skin, so they would remove more. But then it actually went to a lymph node. So one lymph node was active with cancer. So imagine how I'm like, what? I didn't even have any symptoms of breast cancer, and now it's gone to a whole lymph node. Like, just crazy. It was pretty crazy. That one shocked me probably more than even finding out I had breast cancer.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm so glad I got a mammogram. So I'm like, people, please get your mammograms because you can literally be walking around with cancer and have no idea.
Right. So did they say like what caused all of it? It was just
Nope. Well, actually, yes. The doctor gave her suspicion. She said, it's in the water.
She did say in the water.
It's in the water. Everyone's getting cancer now, like breast cancer. She's a breast surgeon. She said, like, it's normal now for women in their 40s to just get breast cancer 30s. And she said they're seeing women in their 20s now getting breast cancer, and it's in the water. Protect your children now. Get a reverse osmosis system. So another kind of cool thing, when we got this house, it came with a reverse osmosis water system. It was kind of cool. I was like,
that's
oh,
awesome.
okay. Yeah.
So what do they mean by it's in the water? Like there's like something in it that's causing
She
it?
thinks it's chemicals, like not clean water, like back in the day or something, like it used to be cleaner.
I could see that
Right?
probably
Chemicals.
true.
I mean, you were there when she told me that.
even further, like over chemicalized.
Like fluoride
Mhm.
or
Yeah,
something?
stuff that causes cancer that they're using in the water now to cleanse it.
I used to always put my cell phone in my bra on the left side, like for years and years. So, of course, naturally, my mind thinks, what if that caused it?
Right.
And then I had shingles a year before. This is all just controversial stuff.
Right.
A year before the cancer diagnosis, and it was on the left. It was the whole under the left breast, all the way around. Like I had shingles break out, and then I got breast cancer. But of course, it's probably not related. But it's just something that
Right.
just controversial stuff. I had 4 COVID vaccines. I'm like, did that cause it? What did cause this?
Right. That's weird that they didn't really know, other than just being like, it's in the water.
Mm-hmm. I had the genetic testing, and I was negative for the BRCA. My mom was actually positive for it. I was negative for every single. They check them all when they do the genetic testing. Well, at least they did on me. I don't know about everyone. And all of them were negative for every single cancer. But I still got cancer.
That's weird.
So
the tests aren't very accurate.
it's just not genetic. It just wasn't a genetic reasoning. So it was environmental, I suppose. I don't know.
Guess I'd never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
Environmental, yeah.
But then you've got my aunt on my dad's side, and then my mom. So like, but I was negative for BRCA,
Right.
which there's nothing. It doesn't really matter because in the end, I got a double mastectomy. If someone was positive and they wanted to be preventative, all they could do is get a double mastectomy anyway. So it's not like,
Right.
even if I had it, which I didn't.
Right.
I did the like most aggressive thing that I could possibly do. Oh, but after the lymph node, it had gone to a lymph node. So that was another reason I wanted a double mastectomy. If you get a lumpectomy, you have to have radiation. So I was like, well, at least if I have a double, I won't have to have radiation. But if it goes to lymph nodes, you have to have radiation if you want to do every single possible treatment, which I wanted to do everything.
Right.
And because of her positive, I had to do chemo. I think some women, if it's really a small tumor, they do not have to do. So we were hoping to not have to do chemo, but it was 2, and they were small though.
They were tiny, like 8 millimeters.
But there were 2.
Tiny.
So together, adding them together,
They were
I qualified for like chemo. So I have my warrior scar. I have my port removed. I was so excited the day to remove that port. I wanted it out.
How long did you go through all of it? I bet you were excited to get that taken out.
So long. So it was like a whole year. So the double mastectomy, March 15th, and then of 2024, and then the April. So like 1 month later, just gave my body enough time to heal. And then 1 month later, I started chemo, and it was every 3 weeks, and there were 6 of them. And then after that, it was a whole year of Herceptin, which was immunotherapy. So I would go in every 3 weeks and get hooked up through the port for the drug called Herceptin, but I was not getting chemo at that time anymore, just 6.
Right.
And at the time that I was getting chemo, I was also getting Herceptin too. So that was rough. Just felt like crap, and I couldn't even stay awake. I would just fall asleep. But it didn't actually hit until like day 3, 4 were the worst. Mm-hmm. Maybe day 2, I would start to get tired. But I was like actually in the LPN to RN program throughout all of this too.
What is that?
That was the whole entire nursing program, to go to school to be an RN, got a cancer diagnosis, and just kept going to school. So I would be like having to take a test and have chemo, and then a huge test like 2 or 3 days later. And I would just get my tired butt up and like drive over there. And I mean, God got me through all of it.
That's a lot to go through.
Yeah, I'm like, how did I do that?
Working
God.
full time too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's nice to just give him praise anytime I can for his help and for his healing.
Right. That is a lot to have gone through.
Mhm.
I don't think I could have kept working and doing all that. At the
Yeah,
same
I
time.
only worked on the weekends at the time.
It's still full time.
It was part time.
Oh, part time.
Mhm.
My bad. Sorry.
I know more about my life than he knows about my life. But yeah.
So then now you're cancer free,
Yes. Yeah.
and that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
That sound like I don't know how you guys did all that.
I know, right? Yeah. So then I graduated the nursing program, and then during the time that I was studying for the NCLEX, I did radiation, and I took the NCLEX like throughout it was 5 weeks of radiation. Yeah, they hit me with 25 of them because it went to lymph node. Yeah, I don't know. Some women get 15, some women get 20, some get 25, some get 30. So I don't know how he decided that, but yeah, it's like a cool thing. And then I passed going through radiation, just the whole thing.
Right. That's a good test to pass.
It was so hard. I was like looking up when I left, when can you take it again? Because I just thought I failed. I was like, okay, I don't even remember what the answer was now, but I was like, okay, I can take that again in like 2 months or whatever it was. And then I passed.
That's good. So how was it for you, Andrew, with her going through all that?
So when she went in for her mammogram, I was kind of the same way. I was telling her, no big deal, nothing. And then what they told you that they found some things that they were concerned
They called
about,
them calcifications.
calcifications, and she was real concerned, and I was like, oh, it's no big deal. And I'll never forget, it was snow out everywhere. I was on a roof walking through a snowy roof, and she called and she's crying. And I'm like, oh, dear, this is not good. And then she tells me what happens, and I'm just like stunned by it all. It's like I wasn't prepared for it at all. How can you be prepared for it? Just looking, forward to, what we're going to be going through. And that's when, obviously it was all her decision. I never forced her or pushed her in any way, shape, or form. I just let her talk or vent to me what she wanted to do, and she came up with the double mastectomy, that's what she wanted to do. And then we went through all that, and that was a tough situation, because when we came home that first night,
Pretty sick.
she was in rough shape, and she's a superwoman, like in every shape or form.
Me too.
But not that night. That night she was rough. I couldn't make it up the stairs, getting sick.
I had anesthetic in my system.
Yep.
Just had quite a bit of tissue
Yep.
removed.
Had those like these big old like almost the shape of these.
It was bigger than that black box.
Yeah, like just these big old drains that are just hanging off, that she's got like hoses going into, like draining blood and pus and stuff from her body.
Don't say pus.
Well, I mean, that's what it's draining. Anyway, so
Pus is a sign of infection. I didn't have an infection. It's okay. What?
don't go through a bodily
It's
function
okay.
with a nurse. So whatever it was draining, it was pulling out of her. It was a rough night though, anyways. But
And I got sick.
he was up and walking the very next day though, walking like down the stairs. I think a week later, she was like taking walks down the road. It was April by this point. So it wasn't like super cold out, but it was still like that was monumental.
I think I started those walks like the next day.
Yeah.
She said to start doing exercises. So at 3 a.m. that I got up to pee after I had that double mastectomy. Yeah. I got up to pee, and then I could barely do it because I was hurt. Like you can barely lift your arm. And I started doing those exercises, and Andrew was like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm doing the exercises that Dr. Giblin said that I have to do." And he was like, "I think you can go back to sleep and just start later, start the next day." And I looked at him and I said, "It is the next day." Because I'm like, we got to start. We got to heal. Yep. We got to
get it going. Yeah.
Get healed.
So I think one thing that she didn't touch on, she touched on her mom and like how that affected her decisions. But the one thing that she didn't explain was, and I don't know if I think this was just you in general. She has a real anxiety-filled mind with cancer in general, and it's been there since I've known you. So like all of this is just affecting her like even more, because I mean I'm concerned about cancer. I don't know if you are or
Yeah.
if you've ever thought about it, but like not to the point where it like consumes me, but like she like would get consumed by it at times. So going through all this just made it worse, So like she got diagnosed, she went through it. She had cancer, and I think every little thing since then has been affected.
Every
by it.
pain.
Every pain. So you don't
Like,
think about
oh my
those
gosh,
things.
I have a pain in my rib.
Yeah, or my back, my
Oh
arm,
my gosh.
my throat.
Is this a metastasis?
Right.
Because my mom died of breast cancer.
Right. No.
So let's bring that back up.
I mean, it makes
Okay.
sense.
And she had back pain. I mean, I think hers got worse. I'm not sure actually. She had a headache and nausea. We came off of a cruise. We went on a cruise last March, and I was like vomiting and had a horrible headache. And of course, that's what happened with my mom. When hers came back, she had a horrible headache for days, and she was vomiting profusely. And she like did that for like 3 days before she went to the emergency room and got diagnosed with like brain cancer, lung cancer, liver cancer. It like was all over her body. So of course my mind went there. So that's something now to just like work through, which I feel has gotten better.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
I've never been on anxiety medicine, but there have been times I'm like, I probably should get on some anxiety medicine.
I mean, that's logical. I had that heart surgery whenever I was like 21, and then anytime I do have anxiety attacks and everything.
Yeah.
But then whenever I would have like anything happen at all, I'd be like, oh, my heart's beating faster. I'd be like, oh, I think my heart's starting to do that thing again. And then it would stop. I'm like, oh no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So like I totally get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the pain will all go away. Obviously, that was a year ago, and I'm fine from the. It was just I got a bug on the cruise because we came off. I just got a bug on the cruise, but your mind.
Yeah.
It's positive thinking. You have to stay positive and.
Well, it's like a trauma too, because like that's a lot to have gone through.
Yeah.
Because like whenever it did happen with my first time I had my heart do that, I did think it was an anxiety attack. And then it felt like my heart was going to come through my chest.
Yeah.
And then I also thought I was having a heart attack. And it was also at 3 a.m. And we did not have this. Me and you are not the same. Because I like rolled over. If I die, I die. I'm not getting up. So like we had a different response to that altogether.
That's funny. It's not funny, but
no,
the comparison that's not at all. Yeah. That would be me. I'd be like, oh well,
oh my
I've had a good one.
I was like, I'm not getting up.
No, Lord, so funny.
Yeah, and then I told Natalie about it. She goes, that was just an anxiety attack. Who cares? I was like,
that sounds like Natalie.
Yeah, and so then I was like, because I have anxiety. And then lo and behold, the doctor's like, hey, you've actually got this. So I totally get what you mean about that.
Yeah.
So what was your experience like with it? Like, was the nurses nice?
Oh, yeah. They were really sweet. Yeah. Corey was on awesome. The first day. We were there for like 8 hours.
I think that was like the worst part of all of it for me. Was the anxiety about chemo, because like chemo is such a foreign entity, but such a nasty entity. Like, like that stuff's nasty. It's awesome. It kills what you want it to kill, but it kills everything. It kills like little good cells, bad cells, all of it.
Yeah.
So like knowing that it's going in your body, like it's good, but that was I'm like a real big, like let life be what life is. So like I don't like go.
Yeah, he wouldn't like take a shower if I took a shower or used the toilet after me. He was like,
"That was it." I'm not usually like that. I'm
right.
No, he treated me like so dirty, or like not dirty, but you didn't want to.
Well, I didn't know.
Well, they say like if you're on the floor and a patient had chemo, you should double flush and stay away from their like fluids. So. It's okay. I understood.
Yeah. I think they told Grandma Nancy, like, she wasn't allowed to hug or kiss anybody or anything, have anyone eat after her for like 2 days or something. But I know it was a different kind of cancer though. And that one was like ovarian, so it was like literally different areas of the body altogether. So you had a good experience with the nurses and everything. So like, where was the hospital? Like, which hospital was it?
St. Francis.
Okay, I can't remember if you said that or not.
It's about 11 minutes just away. It was like pretty close.
So you had your chemo at St. Francis.
And radiation. Was just a few feet away.
The double mastectomy was.
Oh, I did that through St. Vincent, all the way up in Carmel. Well, she recommended Dr. Ian Sando, and she was right. He was amazing.
Bedside manners were fantastic.
Yes.
Like some doctors are like, I don't know, weird stuff, but this guy was fantastic. He was like your best friend. He like gave you like full attention.
He just would sit down and just say, "Hey, how are you?" Like, very nice guy.
Right.
And Dr. Erica Giblin also was amazing. They were partners. So actually, how I chose him was I called Dr. Ian Sando's office, and I said, "Who is the breast surgeon that Dr. Ian Sando is paired with?" And they said, "Erica Giblin." So I called Erica Giblin's office and set an appointment.
Yep.
That's how I picked her, was through Ian Sando. Kind of funny.
So how has this changed your mindset, like with life?
That's a good one. I think everything's changed. Like the way she eats, the things that she. I'm like she's a huge sugar eater, huge, and she still is, but like
not
she's
as much.
Like mentally understanding like the effects of things. You know, like she.
Yeah, like I juice now. So in there's ginger root, oranges, lemons, and apples, and I have turmeric. And you just juice and drink.
I'm glad you specified, because I thought you meant steroids.
Oh. Oh.
She couldn't lift a 5-pound.
No.
No, like turmeric's one of those things that, I mean, maybe I've eaten it or had done something before, but like that's a huge part of her life now, and it's supposed to be like.
And like lifting weights, they say exercise. I've heard it once. I've heard it 100 times. Exercise decreases your chances of recurrence. Is what
Why
they say.
is that?
These are what the doctors tell me. I guess just, I don't know, that's just studied and linked that it decreases that's what they're telling me. So I have my weights in my room and I like lift weights in there.
That seems weird though, because like you never seem like someone that would just like sit around to me though. It's like it's weird though that they're like, you got to be more active. So that doesn't make any sense. I mean, if they're doctors, I'm gonna assume they know what they're saying, but it just you never did seem like someone that was just sitting down.
No, but also not one throwing weights around either.
Right. Yeah.
I would do more of like Zumba classes at the gym, stuff like that. Look more cardio. I didn't like to lift weights, but they're pretty like saying that I should lift weights. I don't lift heavy ones. They're like 10 pounds.
Well,
for me.
Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
But and my kids too. Like as far as perspective goes, like just at first it was bad. I was like, oh, like, don't yell at them. Don't yell at them. Life is short. But I got over to that though. But yeah, just, Lincoln thought that I was going to die the very next day. So when I told the kids that I had breast cancer, I guess we didn't do a good job explaining everything that meant. And so the teacher reached out the very next day and she was like, he's been so quiet. Like he was something wrong. Did something happen at home? And I told her, and when he got home, he said, I thought you were going to die today. And I was like, oh no, not at all. But I think just how it changes it is like knowing that so many people die of cancer, and then that's just like a mind trip. So just positive thinking. I've never had to like pump myself up for positive thinking more in my entire life.
Yeah.
You have to be positive because why worry about what could happen? Because that might never happen. And I might be like my aunt,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So, and that's my plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
So,
That's
just
awesome.
be positive.
How has it changed your way of like the way you live your life?
I mean, it's, something that can end at any time. That's something I think we all take for granted, that we're healthy today and tomorrow you might get a cancer diagnosis, but I
Mhm.
mean, she's such a fighter though that like I just kept on living, I took anything that she asked me to take, like the venting and stuff, but it was really all her. I didn't do anything really that different. I don't know,
Mhm.
that doesn't really answer your question, but
It does though, because it's kind of like you did what you had to do, and sometimes what you have to do is just be there.
be there. Right.
Mhm.
That's all I could do. I mean, I couldn't fight
Mhm.
it
He was
for her.
incredible,
Yeah.
like so incredible for me when I was going through everything. I feel like I fell totally back in love with you again, completely. He got a little shirt that said support. What did it say? So I already forgot. Supporter, husband supporters. What did it say? Do you remember? Support group. But the fact that he wore it and he wore it to chemo with me, it was so cute, and it had a little pink ribbon on it. It was very sweet, and just was I got a whole double mastectomy. Like, what man wants that for their wife, But he didn't care. He loved me. Thank you.
Yeah.
I could start crying, so don't cry. It's just he was amazing. An amazing husband who loves me. I'm very lucky.
Glad those were on camera.
It's gonna be everywhere, so he's able
everywhere. That's right. I'll have to be like, hey, remember what you said to Reid?
Oh my goodness, it's so silly.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's just important to not sit around and worry about recurrence, though. And I've gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
There was a girl who passed away. She was like 33, or yeah, I think she was 33, and she had like 3 very young children. And I thought to myself, she didn't have cancer, but she's passed away. So that, I mean, that did help me, I guess, and to just think like, stop worrying about dying. Stop
Right.
worrying about it. Live your life. You are healthy. You're doing great. You have no signs of anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I've had blood tests. I have them every 6 months, and they're all zero cancer
That's
detected.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've had a few CT scans, and they're perfect. They're perfect. So everything is great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have to do the blood test for like forever?
I asked the last time I was there, and she said, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. I guess. I don't know at what point that would stop.
Does it have to be like,
They just come right to the house.
oh, they come here and do it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know they did house
Yeah.
calls.
It's called, what is Centera? Is it called? Do you remember Centera? I can't remember what it's called. Or Natera. Yeah. But it's, she asked me if I wanted it. She offered it to me. It's been completely free. So why not?
Yeah.
It does give a bit of anxiety when you're waiting for those results. Again, because we just talked about that, about how I have anxiety.
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah.
Then when you get the
but then when you
results,
get the zero, it's like,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah. Just to know.
He can breathe whenever he gets that zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She said if it was ever for her patients, she said, if it ever is a number, then they just start scanning and looking where that, cancer is.
Right. That makes sense. Like they probably like start analyzing
Yeah.
every single thing that happened. I mean, like, where could it be?
Yeah. Yep.
And what did I do different?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because, like, I don't know how you are with your anxiety. Because I know you said you got it. My anxiety would be like if I didn't do the exact same thing every day. Like if I had a good day, then that night would be terrible. And so like I kind of always went down that rabbit hole with stuff. And so I didn't. Is that kind of how you were with this? Like if you had to do it kind of like the exact same way, and if you knew that you did it that way, it'd be okay.
Like with the choices that I
Yeah.
made.
Yeah, like with getting better and everything. And like we like if I do this way, I know I'm fine. But if I change it at all,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be bad.
I feel like
Does that make sense?
I did everything. If I could do it again, I feel like I would do the double. There's been some things that where I'm like with the right breast. I don't know if like this conversation's fine. The right one didn't have cancer. And sometimes I'm like, why didn't I just do a single? But then a single mastectomy. But then I'm like, well, oh well. Because first of all, can't take it back. You can't go back. You can't change it. And I would have to get mammograms, and then I would have more anxiety every time I was waiting for those results.
It was
So,
the right decision.
yeah. Is that what you meant?
Kinda, yeah.
Talking about anxiety in general.
I was just talking about like anxiety in general, but that does answer it just because it's like I think whenever you did that, it kind of eliminated the whole thing of being like, well, how do I prevent this from happening again? So like you just kind of like by doing both, it does make sense why you did it.
Yeah.
And I do think it was a good decision.
Well, yeah, like if they're trying to kill you, then they got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta go.
Trying to kill me, that's not going to work for me.
Right. So what all got you through it? I know you said that God got you through it. What else, Andrew?
Honestly, the Bible. Like I plugged into the Bible more than I had been into the Bible, to be honest, even though I go to church. I was
Right.
not reading the Bible really like the way that I should, maybe sometimes, but not like every day. And that's the only way I had peace was like I was looking in the back, like healing, faith, hope, like all the things that were crashing down on me, giving like that I needed. I needed faith, hope, I needed peace. And I just looked up the scriptures and then I would keep finding like repeat ones, like don't worry about tomorrow. I kept like I just felt like God was telling me through the word to stop worrying about tomorrow. And so then London came up to me. This is so crazy, not having a clue what I've read in the Bible.
Yeah.
And she was like, at the time, 6, I think. She's 6.
6, yeah.
And she was like, Mom, don't worry about tomorrow. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so God. Like God telling me through the Bible and then through my own child.
Right.
And so God said to stop worrying.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bible is awesome.
Right. That's awesome that happened like that for you.
One amazing thing that came out of all this is, like she was saying about Bible verses, she came up with these little cards that she's been giving out to other people that have cancer.
Yeah, if someone has like a cancer diagnosis or just something bad's happened or, like they're going through a hard time, I've mailed a lot of them. Like I'll just say, what's your address? Or if you want one, give me your address and I'll just mail them.
Yeah.
I like printed a lot of them and laminated them
Yeah.
and you can just put them in your Bible.
That's super
And they
sweet.
have like scriptures on the front and the back, like peace, hope, faith, belief,
Right.
all the things that I needed from the word. Yeah. And they provide comfort still to me. Like if I start getting anxiety and worrying about things, I'll read them and then get very peaceful.
Yeah.
It's almost like so peaceful to the point that it's like, well, if I die, I'm good. And then Andrew's like, hey, don't say that. I'm like, well, but the Bible gave me a lot of peace. But I still don't want that to happen, obviously. Yeah.
That's awesome that you do that. That's all super sweet.
Yeah.
What would you say you would tell yourself before everything happened? Like before you went in and got, like, say you're a year before you get diagnosed, what would you tell yourself?
Probably maybe like should have, knowing everything now, there's been several times with the anxiety, honestly, that I should have asked for something, probably, to help me get through that. I feel like medicines, I'm a nurse though, and I understand that they work, but you just don't, you're stubborn and you don't want to be on another medicine.
I get that.
There's also been like the heart doctors have wanted me to take 2 heart pills, and I feel like I should have maybe fought that a little more because I just took it and did what they said. But so now I'm on 2 heart pills because I took Herceptin, and Herceptin can cause harm to your heart. Maybe like just researched it at least. I don't know. Maybe
You had a lot on your mind though. Like you do
I
research.
just did everything that they said. But I'm trying to think. I don't think. Maybe I shouldn't say that because maybe I would have taken that anyway. I don't know.
I don't know.
Have you heard me say anything that I would tell myself?
Well, you tried to go in and get a mammogram. What?
Oh, when I was 38. Yes,
they told you
that's
no.
actually a great. Yes, when I was 38.
So what's the 45's the
It's
normal?
for. I don't know.
I think don't count me on this, but I think it's 45 is when you're.
But if
supposed
you
to
have a
get it.
family history, then you can be 40.
And she went in at what, 38?
I was 38. Yes, that's actually what I would have. I was advocating for myself, and I was like, since my mom had breast cancer, I I would like to get a mammogram. Go ahead and get one because my sister got one when she was 35, and she said, "No, you need to be 40 because insurance won't pay." And I should have tried. I should have.
Yeah.
I should have called.
Yeah.
I should have made phone calls. I'm sure insurance paid for my sister's. I don't think she paid for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that just people should get their screenings. I feel like I could be a poster child to tell everyone to get your screenings because you can literally walk around with cancer and have no idea. Take it from me. Yeah, just get your screenings. And I'm 42. I'll be 43 in July. And at 45, I'm already getting a colonoscopy. It's planned. Like the mammogram at 40, I have to be
Right.
45 to get a colonoscopy, but I'm not having any problems with my GI, but I'm still getting one. Get your screenings.
Spoken like a true nurse.
Or a cancer survivor.
That too.
So you're using a lot of words like that, like GI and stuff.
Oh,
That's what I meant.
gastrointestinal.
Like, people that aren't nurses.
Yeah, I'm just like, do I know what that means?
Yeah. I don't even know what I said about GI. GI.
Colonoscopy.
Oh, colonoscopy. Yeah.
Okay.
Just the gastrointestinal system.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
Which is your stomach and your intestines.
Right. Yeah, something's wrong.
And your throat.
And your throat.
Well, actually, that's a whole other test. That goes down the throat into the.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, the other one goes.
Yeah.
Does she talk about? Do you know all the words now, like for those?
Somewhat, but this is the way she talks, right? Because she's a nurse. She'll be like,
I don't know everything.
She'll be like, well, we need to do that QID, and I'm like, what? And she'll be like, twice a day or whatever. I don't even know what.
Don't
you
talk
do
to
all
you
this
like
stuff. You talk about that. You call things like by their specific names. I mean, just like weird.
You are so silly. Well, I don't think I do that.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be like, what?
I don't do that.
You do like gastrointestinal and colonoscopy.
Maybe that, but not. I don't go around saying take something QID. Maybe take this marital spat off.
That's awesome. So, I know you said that you would get your test, like get the test. So, what would you tell people, like other people that are going through this, like got cancer and all that?
Be hopeful because there's so much hope. They're coming out. I was just watching a clip on my phone the other day that there's more treatments now for like triple negative that I've heard come out, which my mom passed away of. And I wish that they had that, of course, when she was living, but they didn't have it. And the type that I had, her positive, in the last 15 years, it could be 20, they came out with the drug Herceptin, which I was able to take. And it's a whole year treatment. So just have hope because they're coming out with all kinds of more and more treatment for people.
Awesome.
I just hate, like with cancer, that so many people have died. And so there's a fear connected to it, which I've just admitted that I struggle with myself. But there is so much hope. So I just, people to be hopeful.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that word, if it wasn't called cancer, if it was called something else, that it wouldn't scare people quite as bad Because it's kind of like chemo. Whenever you said it, like those words, they just have such bad,
strong,
negative.
Yeah.
Because like everyone knows someone that had cancer in some way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like I can remember being told my grandma had cancer, and I was just like, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When my mom was first diagnosed with breast cancer, me and my brother both were like, oh, just breast cancer. Dead serious. We did not understand how dangerous that was because you do hear about a lot of breast cancer survivors. So we never saw her recurrence and death coming at all. Obviously, we saw her death coming after she was on hospice and all that. But yeah, we didn't see that coming. So
right on the
scary.
Initial diagnosis, right?
Yeah, we were like, oh, you're fine. You'll be fine. We really thought that.
That's interesting how we just kind of do that. Because my grandpa, Jordan, he was like, yeah, I had skin cancer. I was like, are you going to die? And he goes, it's skin cancer. That's not bad at all. I was like,
There was a woman who just died of skin cancer not long ago, maybe it was last year, but she was a survivor for 15 years of it.
That's a long time.
It is. It is. It's, yeah.
Was it like an ongoing battle the entire 15 years of it?
I don't think so. No, I think it was like a recurrent situation.
Okay. Well, hopefully you make it longer than that. I hope it doesn't ever come back.
Right.
Yeah, I was watching something else. I watch all kinds of clips. And this lady was saying that her grandma had breast cancer. I don't know how old she was, but she died at age of 92 or 94, whatever it was. And it was not of recurrence. So there are so many survivors that people just aren't talking about, or, and if you get on those support groups that Facebook has, I've been on them. They bring almost more anxiety than help because you're on there seeing that people are having recurrences. I just deleted myself from all of them. I'm like, delete. I can't be on these groups.
Right. Yeah, that would be.
They were good.
Which is sad for them, obviously. But
they were good for a time.
Oh, they've been very helpful.
When you were going through it, like, you can talk to me all you want, but people that have been through it obviously can give you more. Yeah. Like Haley can talk to anyone now, and she'll be a better voice for people than someone that's never been through it. But there's a lot of negative on there. Like you said, you talk to anyone. Like we go to church with people that I had no idea that one of my friend's wife had cancer, so it happens.
Yeah. There was a lady at our church and she had leukemia and she was a 20-year survivor, and we had no idea.
No idea, yeah.
Yeah.
But those people, they were constantly talking to us, or maybe not. Maybe he was talking to me about what his role was and when his wife got it. So you just get sounding boards, and that's what those groups were good for you for a little while. But then, with your anxiety, they were almost worse after a while.
I don't think I'm a part of any of them right now.
I could see that definitely happening. So that's, once you're kind of not out of it, but once it's not as front, and then you hear about it, it definitely can put you right back into it. So that's definitely how I am too. Well, I'm glad everything is going a lot better. So is there anything that you think people should know about? Like a resource that you didn't know was out there you were thankful for?
We got 4 house cleanings.
Yeah.
It's little things like that.
There is you're so funny. They have programs. If you are going through treatment, that you can get free house cleanings or anything. You can get there. The list was this long of things what do you need? And I was like, I need help with my house. It was so hard to be so tired going through those treatments where you just want to sleep and have 4 little kids. Yeah, but.
Oh my gosh, that is not what I thought you were going to say.
Well, that's what I remember. Little things. We had a guy from church, the nicest man at our church. one night just random was like, hey, Brother Brown, I'm gonna stop by with dilly bars for your kids. Haley had just had chemo like 4 days before, if I remember. It might have been 5, but it was earlier that week. And it, like she said, it was the third or fourth day was when she was really sick. And just little things like that, people
Yeah. And if someone's
show
going
up.
through something, this sounds dumb, but like, it doesn't have to be dilly bars, but
Yeah,
take them dilly bars.
Take them
it
dilly
will mean the world to them.
Yeah.
Like something so simple, just to help
Right.
someone.
It is showing that you
We
care.
just couldn't believe that they brought a box of dilly bars and a box of Buster bars
Buster bars, that's
for
right.
our kids.
Yeah.
And
That's super nice of
just
everybody.
kindness goes a long way.
It's little things.
It is the little things, yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So did you go, I don't know if there's any cancer support groups locally.
I did a cancer support group, I would say 6 months ago.
How was that?
I loved it. It was amazing.
Do you still go?
It was actually virtual.
Okay.
You could do online, but I chose virtual, and I loved it. It was an hour, 2 hours, every week. I don't remember what night it was, Tuesday night, whatever. And everyone got on, and we all had different topics every week. There would be a health week, and we would talk about nutritious foods and the best things you can eat and what's not great. And then there would be, conversations about emotional, like how you handled that, how you handled everything. And it was interesting the amount of people who went through cancer and the treatment who said that their friends abandoned them. And
Really?
Yep. Yeah. Shocked me. Because I don't feel like anybody abandoned me. I never felt that. And I felt so lucky at that point that I felt really supportive or supported by my I felt
friends, even people
a lot of support. People
coworkers would drop food off. I mean, it was a ton of people.
I was like, I thought that was really sad, but it was multiple women who felt that way.
That's so sad. I never would have thought people just would have.
And then they went on to say that they, talked to them like a month later, a year later, and told them. And all of the women were saying that their friends said, well, I thought you were going to die. So I just pulled away because they were going through a hard time and they thought that they were going to die. So they pulled away. But it was just interesting how they all said that.
Was there like a cat? They think you're gonna die, so they just kind of ditch you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful, but nobody did that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friends were supportive.
I'm glad they were all supportive.
Yeah.
Also, I want to make a note. I do like cats a lot.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys want another cat? Because we have 2, and we're willing to part with 1. How many cats do you have?
Not enough.
I'm not allowed to have any more. I have a roommate, and you won't let me have another one. Because I would have like 6.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, we want is it called like a Mancoon?
He would be so good. Oh, those are beautiful.
She wants that, and I want a Mokshin cat. Because I like their little legs.
Yeah. Don't they have like not as many paws or like fingers or?
I don't know.
They're called, I don't think it's like pterodactyl, but it's a weird spelling.
Oh, yeah.
They have like extra thumbs.
Okay.
They have like a little extra toe. They're so cute.
I didn't know they'd had that. I just think they're so cute whenever they run around.
We have too many cats. Too many.
How many do you have?
Just 2.
Oh.
Too many.
I'm not a cat person. I like them outside catching mice. I hate mice. I hate mice. I hate mice. I hate mice.
Okay.
So
He's scared of them. He is scared. He is so scared. There was one in our barn, or not our barn, but our shed at our old house, and a little mouse
Oh, babe.
He was like, oh. I'll never forget when he did that. It's so funny.
That's why you got a mouse. That's why you got cats in here to get the mice.
Well, yeah. The female cat is an amazing hunter. We think that the male cat's not so much. Because one time we saw a mouse in at the old house and in the shed, and he was like,
yeah, really.
It was funny, yeah.
He was more scared of the mouse than I was. That's what I tell myself at least.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't really like mice either. They're not my favorites. I don't like spiders though either though. I don't like any of that stuff.
I don't like them, but I'm not scared.
Yeah, I don't like stuff with a lot of legs, I guess.
Oh, kind of sounds creepy when you put it like that.
Yeah, so it's like, I guess that explains why I like cats with tiny legs though.
Okay.
I guess.
Only 4 of them.
Yeah, only 4, and they've got to be itty bitty. They got to always be like kitten size.
Kittens are the cutest little things ever.
They are, I love kittens. But I'm really happy that you are all like clear and whatnot with that.
Thank you.
I'm glad that we found out. Dang, we're gonna bleep that out.
I don't even know your cousin.
Oh, I am dying.
I don't. I've never met you.
That made my day. That was funny.
Well, we found out Andrew is scared of mice.
I didn't need to say that part.
Oh, that's gonna be like the thumbnail. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for doing this.